Hello guys, today I want to talk about my French study journey. Um, Now I am 38 and in my 20s and early 30s I did study a lot English, not French. And when I was 35 or 36, I forget the exact year, I passed the English Kentei in Japanese level 1, which is highest English test that available in Japan. Of course, there is some minor another test, I think, but the most famous English advanced level test in Japan is this Eiken grade 1, which is I passed when I was 35 or 36. And when I passed that exam, I bought these fountain pens for my souvenir. And this is the M400 Pelikan, beautiful fountain pen. And this is not kind of luxury pen like Montblanc, ST Dupont, but I love, there's a very expensive pencil. But this one is my favorite, And after I passed that advanced level English exam, I began to study French really hard. When I was in college, university, I had some French class, so I knew about the basic. But I don't know about anything that is more than basic. So I studied really hard, and I passed the exam of French. I don't know how do I say in English, but this is the Fransgo Kente in Japan. This is also the popular test in Japan. So I didn't pass the level 1, of course. I passed the pre-level 2, which is in Japanese Jun Nikyu. This is the test for intermediate level of French. But I had a paper test, also listening test, and I have a oral interview, which is I have to answer in French like there's a dog under the table in French, like il y a de chance sur la table. I don't know. I don't remember the exact question, but it is not easy for the beginner, but it is not too complicated test. But I passed that Futsuken Junnikyu in this 2026 January. And after I passed that exam, I began to think my life's last achievement, my life's last goal would be this Futsuken, Fransgo Kente, French test of the level 1, I mean in Japanese Futsuken Ikkyu, which is really hard. So after January's my success of the Futsuken Junnikyu level pre-2, I began to write the French vocabulary in my note. And I wrote French words and its definition. And I wrote down also the one example of the words. So, for example, this is soupçon, means that doubt, I think. And the definition is doute, léger, suspicion. And the paragraph with that is il nourrit I can't read I am bad at writing, so I can't read what is T or I don't know. Il nourrit soupçon à son égard. I can't remember the meaning of égard, but I think that this meaning is that something that he begin to get suspect about his égard. I don't know what is égard it is, but you know, writing the words every day, and from February to today, which is July, not July. Today is June. So until June, I finished to write 1,400 French words until today. I am a kind of maniac as the numbers, so maybe you will get surprised, but I mark every number in my notebook. So this is my 1,400. I don't know how do I say in English. 400. I don't know. The way that the abroad people count the number is crazy. So 400 or 1,400 words of French is on my note. This is actually second or third note from it. And I think that the vocabulary which I need to get the successfully pass the Futsken Ikkyu French test of grade 1 is more than 20,000 at least, I think. They said like 15,000 or 16,000 or I don't know. There's a lot of people that saying different numbers, but I think at least I need to know 20,000 French words to get that level. When I studied in English, I am very bad at grammar. I can't understand what the grammar it is. Still, I don't understand at all, but I memorized a lot of words in English, so I could pass the exam. If you have weak point in your grammar or in your confidence about the grammar, maybe the thing you should do is to get more strong for your strong point that you think it is. So I thought that my English strong point was my vocabulary. So I did kind of same things with that in English. I didn't keep it in my note. I wrote a lot of English words in the opposite side of the receipt when I get in the store, or some opposite side of some papers. I don't know. I wrote it down and I dispose of it. So there's no note in my room, but I somehow feeling that it is kind of trist, sad that I don't have that a lot of note that I wrote down. So when I begin French journey, I thought I should keep it. So I bought this roll band note, which is cost me 1,000 Japanese yen, which is like $6 or $7, which is very costly comparing to other normal note. But this note has a very thick paper, and fountain pen doesn't go into another side. I don't know what do I say in English. Shiminai in Japanese. So this note is costly. This is a very expensive note, but it's worth. So I will write down French, and I will write for more than 24K before I take the exam of Futsuken Ikkyu in 2030. Of course, I can't pass that exam in this year. Not possible in next year, and next year to 2028 also not possible, but maybe 2030 I think I should try. Of course, still it is very hard because French is very hard. So anyway, I will try. And to me, the studying language is very fun because it is another kind of way to see the world. I mean, in Japan, I see the world as Japanese, and I see the world thinking it in Japanese. But studying English and French, I can see it differently. I can see it in another perspective of view. So, to me, studying French, English, really fun. And also, recently, there's an app called Duolingo. Do you know Duolingo? It is at the New York stock market, I think. And I play Duolingo every day. And not only French, but I also begin to study Chinese, Korean, German, Italy. Actually, Italy and French is very similar, and German is similar to English, and some Chinese letters are same from my mother language Japanese, and some words of Korean is very similar to Japanese vocabulary, like kaban. We Japanese call the bag to kaban, and Korean pronunciation is little different, I think, but they call bag luggage that kaban too. So there's a lot of common word. I don't know, we are very near. So anyway, of course, I don't intend to master all these Italy, German, South Korean, Korean. I don't know, maybe North Korean people same kind of similar or same language, I don't know. But and the Chinese, of course, I can't study all of them for a higher level, but in my life, I want to study French and English to a high level. Of course, still I am studying in English. Hearing my English right now, you realize that my English is pretty bad. So I want to develop the English too. And in French, I have an ambition that in English and French, I want to study until it become advanced level. And another language is kind of fun, so I don't intend to get another language into advanced level, but I think I want to study for a intermediate level, I think. So maybe if I can read my favorite books of the Chinese literature, German literature, they have a lot of incredible books like Franz Kafka in German, and I don't know what the pronunciation in Chinese, but Lojin in Chinese literature, and my favorite Ho Shou-rei, who is write about the ghost and giving his life into the kind of, he tried to get test through his entire life, and he never gets succeed at his test, but he keeps writing his ghost novel at his free time. So I can see another country's great literature personality that is somehow same in my lonesome situation. So Ho Shou-rei never succeeded in his life, but he could wrote the great novel. So maybe I can't read his novel in the whole Chinese alone, but I have a Japanese translation, so I can see my favorite part of it in the reference to the original textbook, so that should be fun. So anyway, I will try to study a lot about French, English, and another language too. So I want to talk about my French journey, another language journey, sometimes in this channel. So thank you very much, guys. And I will talk about it later, maybe when I hit the 2000, I don't know, 2000 French words is written on my Rollban note. So thank you very much. Bye bye.